people, places, and things a lot of times is what really get us in trouble, what really messes us up. And the wrong people around you, I had the wrong people around me all my life. Which at the time of what I was doing, I thought they was the right people. Wrong places. Me, myself, when I was in the streets, I was at every club, bar you can name every night. Doing the wrong things. When you at the club, the bar, what you doing? You drinking, you doing all the wrong things. That's not going to benefit you. So what is it going to do? You're going to be around the wrong people. They're going to backbite you, slander you, probably get you in things you don't need to be getting in. They're going to spread your business. You in them clubs is going to bring the wrong attention. You drinking is going to lead to you getting into something, getting drunk, or doing something because you're not in your right mind. Ryan Johnson, Ryan Lassou, Yardout Fitness. I also own my own gym as well as my own nutrition company. I started out in the streets just like y'all. I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from North Philly. You say you're from North Philly, Richard Island. So you probably seen some of the things I've been through throughout my life. As a young dude, I went to school. I started out playing sports and going to school and just being a regular kid. Then I got caught up within the streets and started selling drugs, running around with the wrong crowds. Ended up caught up in a robbery case with my friends, robbery, murder case. I ended up doing 5 to 10 years when I was 19 years old. Came home 24 and thought I knew it all. Thought I had it together and fell back into the streets. I started running around. I was working at first and then I fell back to the streets. I running around in the streets and selling drugs again. And then got caught up in a federal indictment. And then I did another 6 years in prison. And as I was in prison, I was training, just getting my mind together and just trying to figure out ways I could change and change the surroundings of where I come from. And I came home and I started training and I started grinding and I started just really just wanting better for myself and my family. And then I just started picking up training people and just building the business, building the brand. A lot of things that I learned while I was in prison. And as I went along, I opened up my own gym and started selling my own nutrition. And I started getting bigger clients and things like that. Was on TV, was on the radio, all over the internet, by having a different outlook on life. And that's what we want. We want a different outlook on life. We don't want to be just stuck in one box. We don't want to just be stuck on just this program, because you might learn a lot from this program, but learn a lot from those who come up and speak to y'all. Me, I started training, I started grinding, I started my own business. I want to be business owners as well. And I got a daughter who's 16 years old, and I be talking to her, because she tell me, Dad, well, I just want to go to school and be a nurse. And I'm telling her, I had her started out just making smoothies. She's 16, she y'all age. So I like, yo, just help me with the smoothies and let's make these and start your own business. And she's like, well, I don't want to start my own business. I want to just be a nurse. I said, well, this right here is just a tool, a leeway to, if you do become a nurse and you go to college and all this is great, you can do that. You can start your own nursing home while I work for somebody. Now you're doing something different, but you're still a nurse. You still got that degree, but now you have your own business and not just being stuck tunnel vision in one way. Because a lot of times when you get tunnel vision and you stuck on one thing, like me, I come up playing sports, I'm thinking, well, I might go to the NBA. And now when that don't work out, what you gonna do? What's the next step? What you see every day, you're gonna go straight to them street corners, selling drugs or using drugs. You're gonna go to what you see. And a lot of times coming from our neighborhoods where we come from, we don't have people like artists, people like me to come talk to us. So we don't have that. We don't see that structure where we from. We don't have that structure in our household. And I was talking to my daughter, back to her because she y'all age. I was talking to her about the family structure coming up. With me being gone, me going to prison, she never had nobody there that had a real structure. My mother never went to college. My sister didn't go to college. My brother didn't go to college. My mom, she did what she could do. She a hustler, so she watched my mom do that. But she never seen those structures. Somebody, I say, that's why I work so hard, so you can see like how to build a business, an empire. It wasn't there in our family. Her mother never went to college. Her grandmother didn't go to college. So now her grandmother didn't own a business. She didn't see a business ran. So a lot of us, where we come from, we don't see that. We don't see business being ran. We don't know how to run no businesses. So only thing we see is what's on TV, what's in our neighborhoods, the drugs that's being sold, and we had people explain to us, yo, you can do this. You can start a business. I started a business from ground up. I'm coming to tell y'all, I'm here. I started coming out of prison after doing over 11 years. So you can do it, and we don't want to get stuck in just one box and just not thinking that we can't do nothing else. And a lot of us never had that structure. So when we do get these speakers and we have people to tell us about this structure, we got to take advantage of it and really listen and want better for ourselves, because we never had it. Coming up, we had like a couple black-owned stores in our neighborhood. A couple black-owned stores, they gone. They all gone. So we never even seen, especially y'all group, y'all probably never seen like the black structure of kids working with their families in these black-owned businesses, building, growing. Probably never really seen it in the neighborhoods. Now we probably see it because of social media. But coming up where I was from, the structure that I seen wasn't the black-owned families. It was the Puerto Ricans and the Chinese. They had their kids working in the store from babies, and now they run in the store themselves. How many of us had this in our neighborhood where we seen the black-owned families build empires with their kids, and then they run their empires now? But we see it in other cultural backgrounds. We don't see it in ours. We don't see it. It's not there. So when we get people like me and myself to come up here and tell y'all the real, like this is real and we really could do it, take advantage, listen, want better for yourselves. And that's the main point I want for y'all, just to really want more for yourselves and not get caught up, because a lot of times you can get caught up social media. That's the big thing right now. Everybody get caught up with what they see on social media and they think that's reality. And I got caught up, it wasn't in social media, it was in reality. I got caught up loving the corner dudes. I got caught up loving what my father did, because my father sold drugs. My father had women, my father had loud cars and all this stuff. So when I seen that, that's what I got caught up in watching. You know, it's reality. Because your household, you don't do what they say, do as they do. So my father could say, go to school, go play sports, but I see you doing this. This is what I want to do. So if we don't have that in our household, when we do come to these programs, learn from these programs and learn from those who are telling y'all, yo, it really ain't going to work. The streets and really not having an education is not going to work. You from Richard Island. You see it every day. You see murder every day. And this is becoming a normalcy for us. We see murder every day. We see drugs being sold every day. We see disrespect to our neighborhood every day. And it becomes normal for us when these things happen, the murders and stuff like that. Every time it happens, it's normal to us. Anywhere else, it's not normal, but it's normal. Like, yeah, you know, such got killed. And it's like, all right, to the next one. So we can't let the normal things be normal to us. When we come in here and we got these programs, take advantage, learn, educate yourself, want more for yourself. I seen you when I came in. I ain't know you was grinding, you was coming to a program. You had the jewelry on and all that, but you looking good. You know what I'm saying? But for real, man, especially to the younger dudes, I want better for y'all, because I understand the struggle of just being a young dude, coming from the neighborhood, coming up, being fascinated, wanting more for yourself, and don't understand, and don't have the knowledge, and don't have people around you to let you know that you could do something different. And when we want more, where we coming from, we just like, we want to go get it. Like I'm like, I'm gonna go get it, and that's how I'm gonna do it. And that's the only way you see it. And you see the rap music, and you see the rappers, and you see the hustlers, and you want to be like the hustlers. And that's what happened 9 times out of 10. We want to be just like the hustlers, the dudes from our neighborhoods who we look up to, but they leading us down a dead end, because a lot of them just use it. They really don't teach. So when you get a dude like me who did time in prison as a younger dude, I want to teach y'all. I don't want to mislead y'all, because me and a lot of my homies were misled. Especially all my homies, when I went to prison, it was like 15 of us, right? It's probably like me and like 2 other dudes. They starting to come home now, but a lot of them got life. You know what I'm saying? And most of them just starting to come home. And I went to prison in 2005. So, and a lot of my homies, I was fortunate to get out after 5 years and then go back. A lot of them been down since 2005, and they trying to get out now. A couple of them came home, but they just down. And it's funny when I'm talking to them, because you get lost when you go to prison. So they lost. They don't even understand what's going on out here. They call me still thinking I'm the same me from 2005. I'm just telling them, like, but they don't know what's going on. They lost. They don't know what's going on. They don't know technology. And you don't want to get lost, especially in that prison system. And y'all, the females, y'all want to just be respectful women and just career women. The females winning anyway. The females is really winning. So the females already got ahead because they just smarter than guys anyway. They smarter than guys. They take care of things better than guys. And the only thing y'all had to do is really just respect yourselves. Have respect for yourself and just work hard. And just work hard. Listen, work hard. Follow the leaders y'all know. There's a lot of leaders y'all know. There's a lot of females more out here that women have more structure, and the men really losing because there's no fathers in our homes. So the women have a better chance. Not saying that it's easier, but they have a better chance because they have more role models. All the male role models, either they on TV playing basketball or they in the streets from the hood, because a lot of men not stepping up and really showing the dudes, there's another way you can do other things coming from where we come from. So a lot of the males lose. A lot of the males pick that gun up. A lot of the males want to rob. Because that's what we're seeing, and we infatuated by it because it's glorified so much. When really it's a dead end. It's a dead end. I ain't even gonna lie to you, homie. It's a dead end. The streets are dead end because everything you know is everybody either dead or in jail or they a rat. Or they told them somebody and they name and dignity gonna speak to y'all real. Dead and jail and rat. You see somebody out in the street too long and they just keep being out there and all that stuff, they told them somebody. It's the truth. That's what's going on out there. And you don't want to get caught up in none of them things when you got the opportunity now to talk to somebody who's been through it. I've been through every system you can name. I've been through the state system. I've been through the federal system. But the federal system really opened my eyes. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to give y'all a story. It really opened my eyes because a lot of things you see going through the federal system, it's like a movie. It's like things you see in movies where dudes could leave prison and go set people up and get them other people to come back to prison, and they allow them to have visits with people and go out and eat. You in jail, they let you go out and eat and go set somebody up, and then you come back to jail like you ain't leave all weekend. That's how real that stuff is, where you think it's like a movie. Yeah, where you think it's a movie and it's real life. And you caught up and you thinking it's your homie the whole time. He ain't your homie. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really want to get caught up in that shit. You ain't. 9 times out of 10, it's hard for you to come home. I made it out. God wanted me out here to be giving this talk now and doing fitness and things I'm doing. That's the only way I made it out. God helped. That's it. There's no way in the world I made it out without God just guiding me and getting me out of that situation. That's the only way I made it out. And this is my calling to be here today, talking to y'all and just giving y'all the real and just letting y'all understand, man, it's better things in life. You can do better things. Y'all still young. We gonna make mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still figuring it out. Even though I'm a certified personal trainer and I own a gym and I got nutrition, I'm still figuring it out. The other day I ain't made the pre-workout and I ain't had that right. They was mad at me in the class. I'm still trying to figure out the right mix for the protein shakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure out the right structure for the building, for the classes. I'm still trying to get more people to sign up for my classes so I can get the trainers who come in here to train out at the time of the class. So I'm still figuring out my business. I don't have it all together. I'm still figuring out how to build a bond with my daughter because I've been gone so long. And when you've been gone so long, it's hard to build that bond, especially with girls, because they become vindictive and mad about so many things. They bring up things from 10 years ago that you be like, it's over, but they still hold on to it. And that's how females is. So I'm still building structure. I'm still there's so many things I'm still learning. And I'm 35. And I've been in prison since I was 19. And I'm still on federal parole. I just got off state parole from 2005 last week. And I still got 4 more years of federal parole. So I'm still in the system. But they don't bother me because they see I'm doing something positive. They see me giving talks. They see me on TV. They hear me on the radio. They see me on YouTube. They see the grand openings. They see the gyms. They see what's going on. I let them come check it out. what I'm saying? I actually started training a police officer last week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me training a police officer. Yes, I actually started training a police officer last week. But it's like it's levels. That life is over with. I'm running the business, so we on a whole nother level now. And their job is their job, and I just hope he don't do nothing wrong to some people. Hope he abide by the rules of the law. That's what he doing too. And me and him had talks too about and stuff like that as well. But they come buy protein, they come buy pre-workout and stuff like that. I train some for people from the fire station. I train people all over now, and it's gonna get bigger. But I'm still learning. You know, I don't have it all figured out. I'll probably never get it all figured out. You know, so but I'm striving to be better, and I'm staying busy, and I'm fighting any trigger I had for the streets or anything that's negative to the community and to my people and to my family as a whole and myself. So I'm striving to stay away from those things. So I stay busy. I probably stay busy more than I'm supposed to be busy because I always want to just be focused on what I need on the task at hand and not letting nobody whisper in my ear. Because a lot of times when you're doing things good, people start whispering in your ear, wanting you to do other things, calling you to do other things that you know you don't need to be doing, but you're allowing the wrong people in your presence, the wrong people around you. So I try to keep the right people around me. And a lot of times, it's the people, places, and things that really get you caught up. So you got the right people around you, you're at the right places, and you're doing the right things. You're going to stay away from the wrong stuff. Once you start going back to the neighborhood, once you start doing all, you're going back to the block. What's up, y'all? What's going on? You start hanging out there. You going to your local spots to chill. You going over your girlfriends. You know they ain't no good. All they do is backbite and slander you, but you still going around. Now you angry when they start backbiting and slandering and talking about you. Now it's messing up your mood. Now y'all might get into something because you don't like what they saying. The people calling you, telling you what they saying because you ran the wrong people, and you know all them people do is backbite anyway. But you keep calling them. That's what happened. People, places, and things. Keep the right people around you. Try to go to the right places here. Your programs. At the school, go home, chill, relax, steady, do what you need to do. When you go out with the right people to the right, when you want to go to the mall or whatever. I'm not saying don't do nothing, but people, places, and things a lot of times is what really get us in trouble, what really messes us up. And the wrong people around you, I had the wrong people around me all my life. Which at the time of what I was doing, I thought they was the right people. Wrong places. Me, myself, when I was in the streets, I was at every club, bar you can name every night. Doing the wrong things. When you at the club, the bar, what you doing? You drinking, you doing all the wrong things. That's not going to benefit you. So what is it going to do? You're going to be around the wrong people. They're going to backbite you, slander you, probably get you in things you don't need to be getting in. They're going to spread your business. You in them clubs is going to bring the wrong attention. You drinking is going to lead to you getting into something, getting drunk, or doing something because you're not in your right mind. People, places, and things. So y'all need to find the right people to be around to build a core group, especially the people that's in here. Talk to them, build relationships, because all y'all want the same thing. So my homie hit me up, right? I had a friend who called me. He said, you only hang out with the trainer boys now. You don't hang out with me. What I'm hanging out with y'all for? We don't have the same things in common. We can't talk about the same things. There's no need to hang out. What we hanging out for? You associate with this, I'm not associated with this. If I start hanging with you, know what they're going to do? Associate me with you. Because you on what your friends are on. So whatever your friend are doing, they're going to say you doing it too. They say, I'm hanging with him and he do robberies. They're going to say, oh yeah, you know they robbing people. I ain't do not one robbery. But who you associate yourself with, that's who they associate you with. You with her, and they say, well, yeah, you know they be wearing all that Louis. They gonna say, oh, well, that's the group that wear the Louis. That's what they gonna say. Whoever you with and whatever they doing, that's what they gonna associate you with. Right now, if y'all all go outside right now, them the kids from the program. Y'all gonna have 3 kids with y'all that's not from the program. He knew he ain't even signed up yet. But they gonna say he from the program because he with y'all. So who you associate with, that's what they gonna associate you with. And a lot of times, that's how you get in trouble or get out of trouble by the people you associate yourself with. So try to associate yourself all the time with just good people, good energy, positive people who want more for themselves. And a lot of times we know who want more for themselves, but we chose to hang with the people that we know don't want nothing for themselves. Now, not saying that don't say nothing to them, don't talk to them, but the best thing you do when you do for people that you need to pull up, give them advice. Let them know what you got going on. Won't you come to the program? Pull them in. That's the reason for bringing a friend. Bring a friend, somebody here, so now they can be on what you on, and they can be on the same path as you. That's the main reason for bringing a friend. It ain't really for the money, to get the money. The main reason to get somebody else off of the streets and come in here and learn and be a part of this program so we all can grow. So everybody should, every week, try to bring a friend. Because everybody in here know a friend where they got a friend like, dang, they really need to be in the program. But do we really like call them like, yo, I need you in the program? Do we really enforce it? But we'll come and we probably talk to them after, like, hey, that's my friend and that's my girlfriend. But do we really enforce like, dang, you could do better. You could be on what I'm on. Do we? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Probably not how we supposed to. Do artists actually tell all her friends come to the class? Probably not. Probably not. She don't do it the way she's supposed to. Hey, y'all need to be healthy. Y'all need to get in shape. But no, for real, y'all. Any questions?
Where do you see yourself in the next few years?
Me? I see myself traveling, owning more gyms. I see myself being like a big-time trainer, training celebrities. I see myself owning like truck and business companies and letting that money work for me. And I'm just letting my money work for me, and I'm traveling, training celebrities, and I got my gym just running, and I got companies running, and I can do really basically what I want.
I have a question. Did you ever think that you was gonna be like a fitness trainer?
Good question. So I have this saying called sticking to my plan. When I was 19, when I did my first 5 years, I worked out all day long for 5 years straight. I worked out 3 times a day for 5 years straight. I was young. And when I got out of prison, I was going to be a trainer. I was trying to be a trainer, but I didn't really educate myself on the things I needed to do to be a trainer when I was in prison the first time. I was young and really didn't educate myself on you had to be certified. So I'm going to all these places to see where they hired me, and they didn't hire me. So I really wanted to be a trainer. So when I went back to prison this time, I studied. I knew what I had to do. I was older, and I had more, not just wisdom. I was more wise thing to do because I failed the first time. And I trained all day, but when I got out, I went to community college and took the personal trainer certification and became a certified personal trainer. So I already knew I wanted to be a trainer from years back. And I said, when I told myself I'm sticking to my plan. And my plan was to be a trainer, and here I am now, a trainer. And so I always knew I wanted to be a trainer when I got out. That was like my biggest thing. Like, this is going to work. Nothing else. This was my only basket. I knew I wasn't working for nobody. I worked a part-time job though. When I got out, I was working with a moving company at first, and then I started working with like a delivery company where I was delivering paychecks to companies, businesses. I'm delivering that, but I still was training. I was just letting people know I was training. I would go out to the local parks and go to people's houses, just do a little training, and still save my money. So I was saving my money the whole time for this day right now. I still was working and training, just saving up for this day. So I wouldn't work for nobody.
How long did you have in business?
Tomorrow will make 3 years. So tomorrow make me being home from prison for 3 years. May 7th, I got out May 7th, 2018. I forgot to tell y'all that. I haven't been home that long. Tomorrow made 3 years. I released May 7th, 2018, and the business is here now, and it's growing, and it's here. So 3 years I had the business, and it happened so fast. It happened fast, but 3 years.
You have a strong support system?
Yeah, I have a strong support system. Strong support system, family, a great strong support system. A lot of people supported me coming out, but I think it was just my determination. It was just really just, like I had great, strong support, but your support is only a small piece of it. Even with support, you really gotta want it. Like, you got to want it. You got to want it. If you don't want it, it's not gonna happen. You gotta want it. You got to. You gotta like want more. You gotta like. I don't sleep at night sometimes. I'm telling you, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning today. I don't sleep. I be thinking. I be zoning out. My next move, my next step. You really gotta want it. If you don't want it, it's not gonna happen. Because you can have people that put you in position, and they'll stay in that same position. They won't even grow. They may decline. So I could have anybody could have put me in a position, say, hey, and after a while, if you don't want it, you not performing, you're going to lose. I don't care who it is. You're going to lose if you're not performing. So you got to really want it for yourself. And a strong support system is a bonus because you definitely need a strong support system. And I had friends and family members just coming out that supported me and made it less burden on me. But I just wanted it, man. I was just doing everything I need to do to stay busy and become successful.
What would you say was the hardest part to owning the first gym in 3 years?
Take your mask down.
What would you say was the hardest part owning your first gym in less than 3 years?
What was the hardest part? The hardest part was doing it. Was actually investing the money and doing it. That was the hardest part for me. Doing it. Like, you say you're going to do it. You say you want to do it. But you keep saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to save. I'm going to wait. I'm going to do it. The hardest part for me was just saying, you know what? Let's do it. That was the hardest part for me, doing it. Once you get in mode, once you do it, you're ready to go. The hardest part is saying, you know what? I can do it. Just do it. Just do it. You may fail. You don't know if you're going to fail. Just do it. Just go. If you see something you want to do and you want to become something, you want to do something, do it. What's going to happen? You did it. And my homie used to tell me that right in the pandemic came, and I'm talking to him, and he in prison. And he was like, man, that's a lot of money you invested in during the pandemic. Like, yo, you may lose. And I tell him, how am I going to lose? I lost when I went to prison. That's when I lost. I risked. He said, man, that's a big risk. I said, I risked my life out in the streets. You telling me, getting a business, investing money in it, losing some money is a loss when I did something that ain't been done? How many black gym owners you know come from North Philly, been incarcerated, got incarcerated again? One of the best trainers, owns his own gym as well as his own nutrition. I don't even know if there's any black people, y'all probably know that, own a protein in North Philly. Philadelphia itself. How can I lose? I ain't losing. It ain't nothing but money. Even if I decline the money and the money gone, I still ain't lose. Because I set up so many avenues for young black dudes and dudes who coming home from prison to follow. They following the blueprint. A lot of them might not say it, but they following the blueprint. They looking at me and they following everything I'm doing. I'm setting up avenues for these dudes to come home and really do something different. How can I lose? So the hardest part was just really just starting and get it done.
Besides other people, have you ever doubted yourself?
I never doubted myself. I may got stressful at times. I never doubted myself. Never. I always knew. I always knew I was going to turn it up. I remember I gave my first class, right? This is a crazy story. I gave my first class. When I really started my classes, right? A homie named Greg let me use one of his buildings. So Greg let me use his building. He kicked everybody out the building so I could use it for my classes. Now, nobody showed up, like one person. We promoted this class. Nobody showed up. One person showed up. I was doing 2 classes, one at 6, one at 7 o'clock. One at 6, one at 7. Like 3 people showed up at 6. Like 2 people showed up at 7. And at 7, the 2 people showed up late, so it was just empty. Right? So everybody in the building laughing. Yo, you the gay boy of the building. They don't know me. I've been down. I've been in prison. I've probably been out a couple months. Oh, you gay this boy of the building. You just letting them run these classes. Ain't nobody even show up. And he came down like, man, close the line. Ain't nobody got it. I said, listen, I'm going to turn it up. I said, I got it. I'm going to turn it up. Don't worry about it. And I talk to the same people who are laughing. They ain't know me. I talk to them all the time. They like, yo, you did it. You turned it up. You said everything you was going to do. You did it. So I never doubted myself. I knew I was going to turn it up. It was just a matter of time of me just staying consistent in building. And anything you do, stay consistent. Consistency. Consistent. Last year, when the pandemic came, my vision was so crazy, not to get off the top, I'm going to take the next question. My vision was so crazy that I had started doing Instagram live workouts way before the pandemic came. And my goal was for me to start training online. So what I would do is bring other trainers from Philly up with me, come work out with me in person. And let's all build something bigger where they can see all the trainers working together, training together. My whole thing was to build something online. Just so happened as I was doing it, a couple months later, the pandemic came. Now, I'm already doing it. So I just switched over to just, all right, well, I'm doing a live workout every day. So I did a live workout every day for like 3 months straight. Every day you turn on it, and everybody bored. Can't nobody go outside. Everybody locked in their house. Everybody watching me. I had a DJ on there, DJing. I had anybody you can name with a name, professional boxers, J-Rod, Dynamite, anybody you can name, clothing lines up, anybody you can name was on there, 7 o'clock working out with me. And I was consistent. If I just did it one time, and mind you, I wasn't getting a lot of views at first. So if I just did it a couple times, like, man, ain't nobody watching. It wouldn't have did it, but I said, you know, I'm gonna do it every day. Now I'm getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views, and start making thousands and thousands of dollars. So what I did was, after I did that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it on Zoom. Everybody, we're gonna work out every day for $100. For $100, but we're gonna work out at least 20, 25 times a month. Now, guess what? I had 100 people sign up. I made $10,000 for something I was doing free. Then I did it again. Made another $10,000 for something I was doing free. Then as it started opening up, I started making $5,000 and $4,000 for something I was doing free. And now guess what? I still got a nice amount of them people on the Zoom app with me while I'm running my regular classes. So I'm still making money from them free classes, and it's still free because I'm running the class. But it ain't free because it's my time, but I'm just saying, that's from staying consistent and building something. If I had to take care of my family and take care of myself, and this was my only means from staying away from a lot of things, I would do it for free because I love doing it anyway. So another thing, find what you love doing. Find what you love doing. Don't do what somebody wants you to do. Do what you love doing. But if somebody have an avenue for you or something to help you out until you get where you want to get, don't deny that neither. Don't decline that. Take that too. Because I didn't want to work for that moving company. I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I had to drive all the way out past town from North Philly to go move all this furniture out somewhere far, 2-3 hours away, and then come all the way back to North Philly. And then I used to train these girls down South Philly. Had like 4 of them clients. I had to go get off work, go train them just to let people know I was training. Because people don't know the grind. Like, this is a grind. Let people, when you really want to go straight and be legal, you got to bring awareness. So I wanted to be on Instagram every day training so people could know, like, oh, he really done with the streets. Because people, when you was in the streets for so long and young, people only associate you with the streets. That's what they associate you with. So I had to do extra stuff just to make people take me serious as a trainer. But if I was a regular person, it wouldn't have to be so much, but I had to go do extra. Hey, I'm here, look at me, pull up. I'm doing extra. I got to do all this extra stuff. I'm doing all this training, but it built it up, but that's what I had to do. So I would leave from there every day. 3 times a week, I would come, train these girls in their house. They was my only clients, like 5 of them, mom, aunt. And I used to go down South Philly, all the way from Pottstown, run there. I used to make my homie sit in the car because I was his ride. till I got done my class. Then I was going home. And then when I didn't have to train them, I would just go to the gym anyway and work out to let people know, hey, I'm training. So it's consistent. Every day. Consistent, to the point where when I started working for the delivery company, I was meeting so many people, gym owners, other owners that clinics, I was delivering to clinics and stuff like that, that when they was doing health fairs at these clinics and stuff like that, I would tell them, let me come talk about health and fitness and do a workout. So I would do it for free. I go set up and do workouts and talk to people and train people right out in the middle of the street. Just so, for one, it could bring good content on the social media so people could see it. And for two, more people could know who I am as a trainer, because don't nobody know you. What separate, I asked another trainer the other day when we was at the gym, what's going to separate you from other trainers because everybody doing it? What always separate me is my ability to give back and not be greedy. To give back. Who don't love somebody giving back? My same knowledge I had in the street, I applied to the fitness world. Number one, everybody is healthy. That's my main concern. Number two is my way of living. And number three is my natural instinct as a hustler to always make the customers feel good. Whatever you're doing, the customers have to be appreciated. The customers ain't appreciated, they're going to leave. They got to be appreciated. Even though they still at my classes and stuff like that. They don't pay me. But no, for real, the customers got to be appreciated for real. You got to help the customers out. You got to make them want to spend their money. It's right now, we all went to Del Frisco's. Say we all went to Del Frisco's. And they came out with 2 trays of crab cakes and say, man, it's on us. We can be like, man, they looked out. I'm going back. I like what they did. That's why I do what I do, because people appreciate when you appreciate them. They appreciate you. So then they want to come. They want to support. But if you keep going somewhere and don't nobody, you just keep going and it ain't. You be like, I'm going somewhere else this time. I'm going somewhere else this time. That's why when you do go to a restaurant and it's a top restaurant and you don't like the food, they say, hold on, throw this away. Make them another hot one and make sure it's the way they want it, because they want you to come back. So the customers, when you're running your business, always treat the customers right. And you're going to have some bad customers where you have to let go. Every customer not a good customer. Let them go. You and your aunt, your cousin, all y'all leave. I'm saying every customer is not a good customer. But no, y'all. And
What made you change?
what made me change is a lot of things that made me change. It's a good question. Y'all want the truth? All right, so what made me change, right? For one, I did 5 years already in prison. So now, before I go to prison, right? We in prison. I'm home, right? I'm home. I'm selling drugs. I'm just getting high. I'm selling drugs. I'm just in the streets. Then, my brother, homie, we about to go to war. We going through it over nothing, right? Then, my other homies, they turned their back on me when I got locked up. Then, you just start looking at everything as you get locked up. You start looking like, hold up. Now, I'm facing all this time in the feds. This really did it. I seen the federal system change the whole outlook and everything. So now you got street wars. You got homies that ain't right. You got females that ain't right. You inside the prison. You don't know when you coming home or not. You don't know none of these things. You just stressed out. And I just sat in the cell. And I'm like, dang. I'm here. I said, God, if you get me out of this situation, I'm never coming back to prison. I ain't doing nothing else. I'm facing all this time. I said, God, if you get me out of this situation, I'm not coming back. And I lucked up and got 6 years. And that was it. I said, I'm done. And I ain't never looked back.
I had some questions. Any of our new people have questions? No? All right. Oh, a lot down. when you were talking about like, have they ever saw like black-owned families like with the kids and stuff in the stores and stuff? I wanted somebody from the President's Circle to speak on, like 2 weeks ago, was it 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, we went up and down the Charlottesville community interviewing black-owned businesses. So if anybody want to talk on their experience from the program, somebody's going to talk on their experience. Brianna, talk on their experience. How you felt that it was so many black-owned businesses in Charlotte.
It was nice to know that it was a lot of black-owned businesses up and down right there. I never been down there, so that was like my first time seeing a lot of black-owned businesses on that one strip. So that was nice.
Oh, when you talked about appearance, when you said when you first came in, you thought he was like hustling or something.
Mm.
When you first came in, my impression was that too, and I'm sorry because first impressions kind of matter, and this is why when I wanted to start this program and I went to PHA with the proposal, they approved it and they were like, okay, we're gonna get them some T-shirts and stuff so they can be identified. I said no, they're not doing T-shirts. We're doing blazers, we're doing button-ups because appearance is everything. And when we went down Charleswood interviewing the black-owned businesses, everybody just kept complimenting them on their look. So a look does matter. And not saying change your look, but like if you do start this program, you will be in a blazer and a button-up. But appearance is key. And what else? Oh, when we talk about females and respecting ourselves, like when he said, like a guy, Ron in 2003 is not a guy that you guys want to talk to. Because I be in your business and on your Instagrams. Y'all want the street guy, the guy that's hustling, not you, Dayana, let me go this way. Y'all want the street guys, y'all want the guy on the corner and stuff. Go for the guy in the blazer. Go for the young man that's trying to sell T-shirts and start a business. I'm talking to all y'all, but I'm looking directly at you. Cache too. Y'all look for the guy on the corner as opposed to the guy that's actually doing something. So when you said about respecting yourself, like, it's not funny. You have to respect yourself. And I was young, but I wasn't like y'all. I wasn't looking for the guy on the corner. But I get it. You're young, you know, you're tempted sometimes, but you gotta listen when people are telling you things, but they're telling you from experience. Okay? Cache? Oh, and the last thing was like, don't let no one talk you out of anything. Like he was saying, stay consistent. You may have friends that be like, no, don't start that business. That phone case business is corny because such and such do it. You know how many people sell bread? Strowman, Wonder. You can still do what somebody else is doing, but just try to make it better. So don't let anyone talk you out of anything. Like when I'm making a big move, like whether it's buying a car or buying a home, I don't tell my friends because I don't want anybody to talk me out of it. I want to do what I want to do because I know it's the right thing to do for me, which may not be right for your friends or someone else. So don't let anybody talk you out of anything. That's it. Do you have any more questions for Mr. Ron over here? Do you have any questions for them?
So this is a typical question, but I just want to know, what do each of y'all want to be when y'all grow up? What do y'all want to be?
I want to be a nurse, and if that don't work out, I'm gonna be a lawyer.
Lawyer. So what's the steps you gonna take to do it?
I'll go to college and
Where's
nursing.
that?
I want to go to college, major in nursing. I don't want to be like the nurse that like give needles and stuff because they make me nauseous. But I want to be like what is it called? A midwife to deliver the babies.
You know, midwives have to give me.
So did you ever look into it and really, well, I want to be a midwife. Did you ever look up on it and see what avenues you had to do to be a midwife?
I haven't really like looked into it like deep yet, but I looked at it like once or twice. Yeah.
So this is your career. This is what you want to do. So now you must have knowledge of what you want to do. And you saying this is what you want to do. A lot of times it'll change as you get older. So you may want one thing and then it may be another thing. So whatever you want, just try to inform yourself, get information on it, so you can have a better understanding of what you're getting into.
I wanted to be a business owner, but I don't know what business I want yet.
What do you like doing?
There's a lot of stuff.
I'm saying, what do you like doing? What come to mind? What business amazes you? What business that you go to be like, you know what, I like this?
Like restaurants, like that. Stuff
Restaurants. So you like the restaurant business or you just like the food?
Like that. Both.
Both? So what you interested in doing in a restaurant? You like cook, you want to be a cook, you want to own it, you want to start your own business. What's your food? What kind of food do you want to sell at your restaurant? What's your avenue? Think about it. Write it down. I would like this restaurant. I like this type of food. I would like to serve this type of food. This is what I had to do. Start reading up. Well, what do I have to do to start my business and become a restaurant owner? So look into it. Figure it out. Start thinking. You're still young, so it may change. But whatever you're doing, always get knowledge. Have knowledge of it. Start having knowledge of it. Start reading up on it. When you get time, read up on it. Everything is about information. There's so much information out there now. You could go on YouTube and probably show you how somebody started a whole restaurant and built it up. So just get knowledge. Just right now it's still early, but just start reading up on it from time to time just to see.
I want to do hair.
Who you been?
I want to do hair.
Huh?
I wanna do
Hair? Oh, that's real good. I got the shirts right there. Grab them shirts.
Where?
Shirts.
Where? At the door?
Yeah. Oh, you want to do hair? That's real great. Hair is good. It's a good profession. So, did you start doing hair now?
Yeah, but not like how 3 years. I think it's gonna be this now.
Want a little college. I ain't hear you, Cassie. I'm sorry. Can you take yours out?
I want to do hair.
And what are the steps you're going to take to do hair extension? Here's University, remember that university?
Let me bring it up.
It started with my cousin.
Huh?
It's like a background person that helped me with hair.
Who you been asking?
A background person that helped me
Tomorrow.
I want to be an entrepreneur and my own business.
Who you
Your
been
own what?
I want to be an entrepreneur and my own business.
Oh, your own dance studio. So what you gonna do to get the studio? So what you gonna do? Just get the studio, and what average you gonna do?
Like have classes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be the choreographer? Or just the
Yeah. So you gonna be a choreographer, and you gonna open up your own studio, and how you gonna get the money to open up your studio? How you gonna become an entrepreneur? What you gonna do to build up? Are you gonna start teaching classes now, so you can save up for the studio? Are you gonna go to college? You gonna work a job? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna start your business? You gonna start get your LLC now? Look up on that and start building up a business. What are you gonna do?
But high school, I'm going to start a college.
Mm-hmm. So when you leave there, then what? What's your next job? What you gonna do to get there? Or you gonna go there and be like, well, I'm just gonna study and be an instructor and then try to build. So you wanna be an instructor first? All right, that's good. But start working on it. Start having knowledge. Start reading up more. Well, what's my next move? Ask yourself, what do I do next after this? What's the next step? Okay, so I'm going to college, going here, I'm learning, I'm teaching choreography now. How do I get a building? Which avenue do I do it? Do I need money? Can I get a loan because I went to college to start it off? You're still young, so these questions I'm asking you now, start looking into.
Start saving these. Stop spending them on Amazon.
I want to have a clothing line.
Who you asking?
Your own clothing line, you ever think about it? You ever think about the clothing line? What is it?
What's the name?
What's the name of it? Underrated? You ever look and see if anybody had that name already? Did they? You sure?
I think
So nobody, you gotta look into it.
I looked into it, but I didn't look into it.
You gotta get somebody to
Where
look
did you
into
look?
it. So
I'm
you,
sorry. Where did you look? Online where? Department of State. And do a name search.
yeah.
Write it down, put it in your notes. Put it in your notes, Department of State.
So that's a good start though. Want to start in the clothing line, underrated and stuff like that. But now, what if it don't work? What's your next step? Underrated be underrated. What does it stay underrated? What's your next move? What's your next? You can't just stay. What's your next move? You gotta have more than one plan. What's your next move? Man, underrated ain't hit. You know what? I gotta. What you gonna do next? Is you gonna just sit around and be a bum? You gonna just sit around and just chill? You gonna sit around in your mom's house? What's your next move? You gonna sit in the couch? You gonna start running around, hanging out with the girls, trying to get fast money? What's your next move?
I'm gonna figure it out and come back.
Yeah, figure it out and let me know next time you come to the class. Bring it, put it in your notes.
I wanna be a neurologist.
Oh, that's real good. That's real good. What steps you gonna take for that?
Go to a good college and then my degree.
So what if you don't finish college? What does it get rough?
What did you say?
What does college get rough and you don't finish? What's your next move? What does school just like start being overwhelming and money not coming? And what's your next move? Are you willing to get a job? Are you willing to start another business? What's your next move? Do you have another business you would like to start if that don't work? I mean, not saying that that's not going to happen, because that's a good idea. It's a great profession, but it may get overwhelming. Think of more than one thing you want to do as you get older.
I wanna be a flight attendant.
That's good too. But that don't work. I could be a flight attendant and still look on to this and start another business. So think about 3 or 4 things you want to do and not just stuck on one thing at a young age, because as you get older, situations in life change. So always keep that mindset and always go hard at that. If that's what you want to do, you can do it. You can do anything you want to do, but life situations change. So always be prepared to adjust. Always know you can adjust and not just be stuck in one box. Always be willing to adjust. When I run into class, I might have an older woman, such, and I might do an exercise and I see everybody can't do this. Right here, we're going to switch it up and go ahead. I'm going to switch it up real fast. I done seen the whole floor. I know who can and can't do something, but I know an exercise that everybody can do. So you got to be able to adjust as situations come. So be able to adjust. Have 3 or 4 things you might want to do. Stick to one, go hard at it. But if it don't work, don't get down and don't backtrack. Go hard at something else. Never stop going hard and never put your eggs in one basket.
I wanna go to the NBA.
NBA. That's a good one. Where did you blow your knee? Blow your knee, torn ACL. What's the next step? That's cool too. That's cool.
He stumped you right there.
No, but it's good because I wanted him to think, what's your next move? That's the whole thing. What's your next move? You had your next move together. So the whole thing is your next move. Because a lot of times, you know how many people want to go to the NBA, don't make the NBA. Every young kid is to make the NBA. Not saying that I never seen you play. You may be one of the best in the country. You may be one of the best in the country. But I had a homie we thought was going to the NBA, and he was the best in the city. He broke Wilt Chamberlain's record. He was the best basketball player. He's still the best high school basketball player in Philadelphia history. He didn't make it to the NBA. He was scoring 60, 70, 100 points. Named Maurice Rice. He didn't go to the NBA. He was the best we seen on a high school level. He didn't go to the NBA. So always, what's your next move? Not saying that you can't do it. Not saying don't go hard, practice every day. But what's your next move? Remember that. Always think about your next move. Never get stuck in one bag. But you still young, and we all still young. But we want to start thinking. We want to not just keep using excuse as we young. Because we get caught up in that, and we still be young. Just living. We still be young. You don't know yet? Hey, yo, how I knew that was coming? Wallahi, listen. I knew this was coming. I knew you ain't know. I could tell you ain't know. I seen you back there dozing off. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I seen it in your eyes. I seen it. I know you ain't know.
What do you like to do?
So you 14, right? You 14. What do you do now? What do you do on a daily basis? And you ain't got to go. What do you do on a daily basis? Where you work out at? And you live on Richard Island. All right, so how about you work out every day? I own the gym. How about you start coming up to the gym? Start helping me clean up at night. I'm serious. How about you come up there and start helping me clean up? At night when I'm done training, help me clean up, help me clean the equipment and stuff like that. How about you do that? And then you come get your workouts and stuff in this purse for that. How about you start doing that and then you start figuring out your next move? Yeah, what you want to do. Because you got to start figuring it out. You got to.
And you can't
And-
deny opportunities like this.
Yeah.
You're shaking your head, yeah, but I'm going to hold you to it.
And another thing is, it's getting even worse in prison. I ain't gonna tell y'all about prison. Prison is getting even worse because, especially with COVID, you can't even come out the cell. One person get COVID, one person get sick, they lock the whole jail down. And it's even worse because you ain't got no freedom in there now. So they lock you down, they can find everybody to one block. Everybody locked in their cell, they get 15 minutes to come out to get a shower and a phone call. You got 15 minutes to make a call and get in the shower. 15 minutes.
Well, I heard now they're saying you either get a shower
Or get a phone call. Yeah, you either get a shower or get a phone call. Unless you hurry up, jump in the shower real quick. You jump in the shower, or you come out, get the phone, bird bath, you gotta put the sheet up in your cell, right? So your cellie won't see you. You put the sheet up and you get in the sink and you bird bath. I'm a bird bath today, get on the phone, and then tomorrow I'm gonna jump in the shower, you know what I'm saying? Then try to get out, get a 3-minute call the girl, but dang, she out of happy hour. So now you mad. You mad because you call her and young Jeezy in the background, whoever in the background. And you like, yeah, oh, I want Shaquina, this and that. All right, did you send the money? You don't want that. I'm telling you, you don't want that. I'm telling you, ain't nobody gonna send you nothing but your mom. If you still got your mom. No person gonna send you something. Now, I mean, as I got older, I was more established, but nobody really, especially when you young going to prison, nobody gonna come see you. Nobody gonna send you nothing but your mom, and you gonna stress her out. Cause she gonna try to do everything to send her baby some money. Ain't nobody gonna come see you but your mom. Maybe a couple aunts or cousins here and there, if they do. That's it. You hit. You gonna be in there fighting, stressed out, smoking tobacco, robbing people. You're gonna be broke. Now you running up in people's cells trying to rob. Then you might get stabbed. You got to stab somebody. You might catch a jailhouse body. That's how it go.
It's a lie.
That's how it go. You desperate. You desperate. You hungry. Or you might start gambling or start holding somebody's packages. And then you hustling around the jail and doing tickets and all types of nut stuff just to try and get some food to eat. And now, when you do get out, you mad at the world. You think everybody owe you something because ain't nobody look out for you. But it's really your fault you went to prison. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, as a young black male, 14 is not a regular 14. It's not a regular 14-year-old kid. Especially from Richard Island. You 30 right now. You ain't 14. You grown. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, because you young, you black, and you from Richard Island. You know how far below the bar we is? Young, black, from Richard Island. Ain't nothing going on down Richard Island. But crime, drugs, ain't nothing else going on down there. So you really got to figure out, dang, what do I want to do? And sometimes it's going to get hard. That's why these programs, they trying to help, they trying to provide, but talk to people. Talk. Hey, Ryan, you know what, man, it's tight. I'm trying to get some new sneakers. Let me come up here clean this gym up every week. What do I need to do to get this, and that? I want to go here. I want to do this. What do I got to do so I can still stay in my program and still get some money, and I ain't got to ask nobody for nothing? I might have a homie. He got a job. He got a construction. I'm gonna go with my homie this week. Then hey, Dan, come with me this week. My brother got let you come. Go hang out with him this week. They got something for you to do. Use your resources. Hey, I need this and that. Oh, I might know somebody. Let me call a couple people up. Instead, because it's really, you gonna make the same money, right? Getting with people, talking to people and talking to older people who got connects with people who had businesses, you're gonna make that same money or more than you're gonna make trying to go to the streets. And you ain't ready to make no money on the street. Ain't no money out there. Ain't no money out on the streets. It's change. I went to prison, came home, and I'm getting more money than the same dudes who still out there in the streets. They broke. They still here. There's no money out there. There's no money. They still in the same spot. The same spot. I'm talking to my nephew. He said he was down the way. And the people he told me was out there arguing and debating with the same people who was out there when I was a kid. Them niggas still out there on the corner. 50, 45, 43. Still holding the block down. I'm like, they still out there. Wallahi, I'm not lying. They still out there. And that's what happens. If you don't go to jail for a long time or get killed, you're going to be on that same block, scrambling, thinking you got some money because you got a couple hundred here, a couple thousand here, went out, can't do nothing, bought your little stuff, went to the local spots, you the neighborhood dude, and you right back into your little neighborhood spot. And that's your way. That's your rest of your life. And you look toe up, because 9 times 10 when you're in the neighborhood just around it, you just look bad. You just look real bad. Because you get so high and you just trying to deal with not being nothing in life, being a low life. So you try to cover up being a low life. That's what they do most of the time. They try to cover up being a low life. That's it. You don't want to get stuck in that box, bro. That's a bad joint. I got a homie right now.
Why do y'all keep saying wanted? Like y'all don't have your whole life ahead of y'all. Because you said wanted too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you said wanted. Okay. So which one are you leaning more toward? Which one are you leaning more towards? Why?
Because I like animals, but then I like dolphins, so it's just like.
Making any steps towards either one?
Yeah, I got a lot of college studies being coming up, so I see which college
How old are you?
I'm 16.
You going to the 11th? 11th grade is the most important year. Having the Philadelphia Housing Authority Leadership Program on your resume get you in some of those schools. So, for real, you know. What's that name? Nakia McLean?
She ready for the Johnson?
Huh?
McLean is my favorite.
You from Raymond Rose or Johnson?
Johnson.
Oh,
But my mom worked for Johnson, so I love that.
oh. I probably know about these. So let's all thank Mr. Ronald Johnson for coming out to talk to you guys today. Let's give him a round of applause, guys.
Oh. What's my name?
You know,
Hey, thanks, Coach. Coach.
role models are separate from PJ.
Coach.
You're not Coach Johnson.
Coach
Ronald.
Johnson.
You're not Coach Johnson. Separate.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for having
You
me.
gonna give up